We're sitting here with head Bulldog coach Maura Crowell, 1 week into your season, and you're in a brand new work environment, new place. How would you say things are going so far?
Things are going great. It's been an awesome week. It's been nice to finally get on the ice with the players and get the season underway. I think we got a lot of work done this first week, which is great, and you have to when you play so soon. So we'll see what we have. I think we're ready to go.
And in saying that, we'll skip ahead. You go to Lindenwood tonight. There's only a history, I think, of playing them twice. They played them last year. What do you expect to see from Lindenwood? Anything that you're thinking you're looking for from your players in the first game?
Sure. I think early on we're going to focus mostly on ourselves. Not too many teams. Nobody has any game footage just yet. So it's more about us this weekend and, executing the systems that we've implemented the last week and getting a good work ethic out of our players. Those will be big things that we're looking for. I know mistakes are going to be made. That's part of the game, and it's just the way you bounce back from those. So hoping for a positive response from the players. And out of Lindenwood, I know they have a really good goaltender. I watched her play a bunch in August. She was at the U22 series for the U.S. team. So she's a good player, and when you have something like that you're up against right off the bat, it's a challenge. So I'll look forward to seeing her.
That's awesome. So you've been on the ice, and I know you guys were skating, into September. So when you're kind of getting to know your team and you're getting to know your upperclassmen, any of them that are sticking out to you right now? Any surprises?
I think I inherited a really talented bunch, and obviously a lot of experienced players with those that have played for their national teams and in Olympics and right here for UMD. So I'm fortunate there. Our captains are Ashley Bricklick and Sid Marin, and those were team-selected captains. So you have good leadership there, and to complement a great senior class as well with Kava, Grapp, and Black. Those kids are great too, and a big junior class around them. So I think the leaders and the upperclassmen are doing a fantastic job of taking the underclassmen under their belts and showing them the right way to do things. So I've been pleased with a lot of them.
And then the same kind of question going back to sophomores and freshmen, any underclassmen that you are pleasantly surprised to see what they're doing, maybe doing more than you anticipated before they got here?
Sure. All the returners kind of play like upperclassmen to me. They are taking on a lot of responsibility this year. We have a smaller roster than they've had in the past, so everybody's going to get playing time and everybody's going to have a big role regardless of what that role is. So they're playing that way and they're behaving that way. So I honestly, from sophomores up, it's kind of the upperclassmen, and then we have the newcomers, the freshmen, and they're doing a great job too, starting with the off-ice conditioning that they were doing, a few weeks back, and all the testing and the way they've just embraced everything and they're soaking up everything. So I'm happy with the group.
Taking a look at your schedule, and I know this gets talked about a lot, obviously you're in the WCHA, which is a league you're familiar with, having played in a championship game with Harvard against Minnesota, and then I know you've been playing some WCHA schools, or you had with your Harvard schedule. When you take a look at your schedule, what games kind of stand out to you? I mean, we would expect Minnesota, Wisconsin, even North Dakota. Any other teams that kind of catch your eye on the schedule?
Sure. I mean, this weekend, of course, we want to have a good start, and then next weekend going to BC. They were a Frozen Four finalist. I think they were ranked #1 in the country for most of last season. So that's going to be a great weekend of hockey. Following up with going to Bemidji, who knocked us out in the playoffs last year, and it just keeps going. Every weekend, I think, is a great opportunity for us to get better and show what we're made of. I think the WCHA is getting better every year. We've got a bunch of new coaches, and I'm sure a bunch of new systems and good energy on those new coaching changes. So I think it's going to be very difficult throughout the year. I don't think we have any weekends off where we can say, oh, we have chalked that up to a W. We're going to have to battle. But certainly we're excited to play the big dogs, the Minnesotas and the North Dakotas and Wisconsins. And again, I think it trickles down to everybody. And Harvard coming here for Thanksgiving is obviously a fun one for my staff, and I think our players are going to love that rivalry. So I'm excited about that too.
Talk about, this is technically your first head coaching gig, but it's technically not. You were with Harvard for a year when Katie was at the Olympics, and people may not know a lot about your coaching style. If someone was to ask you, what would maybe separate you from Katie, even though you were with her for all those years, if you're thinking about how you would describe your coaching style, how would you describe it?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I'm very passionate. I think my energy and love for the game comes through, whether we're talking in my office, talking casually, or we're on the ice. I'm very vocal. I get excited when my team scores goals in practice, or the goalie makes a good save, or there's a good play. I have that passion, and I think my players feed off of that. So with that passion and that high energy personality comes an aggressive, high energy type of style of play. So you can expect that. I think I'm a very good communicator. I like my players to know exactly where they stand, and so there are no questions about what's going on. Why am I on this line? Why aren't I on the power play? Those sorts of things. I think I'm very clear about that. And most importantly, for me, I have a team identity. It's all about the team. Everything we do, every decision we make is what's best for the team. Yes, we want individuals to succeed and have their accolades and go on and play for their national teams, but the most important thing is UMD Bulldog hockey for us, and representing the program in a certain way, and carrying yourself in a certain way. Those things are critical, and I think if you do those little things, I've been talking a lot this week about the little things, I think that builds into greater things, and that's how you get a successful program.
Great, that's awesome. One last question for you, not necessarily hockey related. So far, you've been here, since early spring. What would you say is your favorite thing about UMD and/or Duluth?
UMD, I love the passion from the players and the staff for working here and for being a Bulldog. There's this incredible pride here, and I love that. And Duluth, the area is beautiful. I apparently have been here for the best weather ever. So I started in May. I know it's coming. The cold weather's coming and the snow is coming, but it's been beautiful. And I live right by the lake, so it's beautiful to wake up to that every day, and it keeps things in perspective for me, because it's been a busy few months and an awesome few months, but very busy, and it's nice to be in a beautiful spot with great people. The community has been unbelievably welcoming and supportive, and it's just been a lot of fun.
Great. Thank you so much. Good luck this weekend when you guys play Lindenwood.
Thank you.